Hello and welcome to Jump Inside Unleashed, a series where we talk about 6 different things that you'll experience when jumping onto a video game. And this is Mass Effect. This is the Mass Effect Legendary Edition because it's the new updated version of the game. And we're just going to be taking a look at the first Mass Effect in these 3 different Mass Effect games here. And this is generally one of my favorite games of all times. Why? Because it's got free roam in it, and it's a space game, and it looks beautiful. In this time and age of being able to explore different space games that might be free roam, I think we take a look back at this particular one. This is Mass Effect 1. Let's get into it.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database. Classified information requested. Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
And we'll start off with this area here. This is profile reconstruction, or you can call it character customization, and this is where we can begin to create our Shepard that we're going to use for the game. You've got a few different options here. You can choose John Shepard or Jane Shepard, or you can enter a brand new ID, which is what we're going to do right here. And we've got custom male, custom female, quick start male, or quick start female, and we'll click custom male because this gives us more options of what we can do to our character. So let's begin with custom male.
Please log in to access your profile.
And as this is a video, we're just going to call him John for now. You can call him whatever you like, but his last name will remain as Shepard.
Warning, data corruption detected. Please reconstruct profile. Confirm pre-service history.
And this is where we can select the background for our character. We've got 3 options: Spacer, Colonist, or Earthborn. Spacer is where you've grown up on space stations and spaceships. Colonist is where you've grown up in a colony and slavers controlled your colony. Or there's Earthborn, where you were brought up as an orphan on the streets. So you've got 3 different options there of what you can do to start your character off. Now, this will only affect a tiny little bit of playing the game, but it does kind of give you a background to your character. Personally, I select Spacer, so let's continue with Spacer.
Confirm psychological profile.
And this is your psychological profile, and you've got 3 options here. You've got Soul Survivor, War Hero, or Ruthless. Soul Survivor is where you endured a lot of stress during a mission, survived while all those around you fell. Ruthless is where you are going to get the job done no matter what the cost. A lot of people are a bit wary of you, but you do get the job done. And finally, War Hero, which is the one that I'm going to play as. It's where you get the job complete and you save everyone doing it. So you are the person who will be a hero during a mission. You go above and beyond to save people. So that's the one that we're going to select.
Confirm military specialization.
Now, this is probably the most important one. You've got 6 different options. You've got Soldier, which is based on guns. You've got Engineer, which is based on tech. And you've got Adapt, which is basically your force powers. You've got 3 extras, which is Infiltrator, Sentinel, and Vanguard. Infiltrator is a mix of Soldier and Engineer. You have got Sentinel, which is a mix of Engineer and Adapt, and you've got Vanguard, which is a mix of Adapt and Soldier. Personally, I like guns, so I'm going to be playing as the Soldier for this game. So, select which one you prefer, and remember that you can't change it, and then let's go to the last stage of this construction.
Confirm facial identification.
And you've got 2 options right here. You can either go with the preset Commander Shepard, or if you want to go into greater detail, you can create your own look for your Shepard. And once you're ready and you've confirmed what you want to look like, press confirm.
Profile reconstruction complete. Identification confirmed.
You will have different options over here, from casual, normal, you even got hardcore, insanity, all that kind of stuff. You've got different things like legacy and auto level up. Personally, I'm going to leave auto level up to off so I can choose my levels, but in this game you have loads of these options, but pretty much set them the way you like them, and when you're ready, let's get on with the game.
Well, what about Shepard? He's a spacer, lived aboard starships most of his life.
Military service runs in the family. Both his parents were in the Navy.
He proved himself during the Blitz. Held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived.
He's the only reason Elysium is still standing.
We can't question his courage.
Humanity needs a hero, and Shepard's the best we've got.
I'll make the call.
Arcturus Prime relays in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. Green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Thrusters. Check. Navigation. Check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift. Just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
Yes, this game has aliens in, and you will meet them throughout the game. And there will be pretty much an even amount of good aliens and an even amount of bad aliens, so you will get to meet a lot of them, and some will be your friends.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
And in this game, there is many different races that you'll meet along the way. The first will be a Turian race, which is what we've just seen just there. Later on in this game, you'll discover certain races hold seats on the council and can make certain decisions that affect the galaxy. Certain races also have the position of Spectres, which are allowed to do whatever they want in certain areas of the galaxy. So, for example, they can do certain missions for the council, report to the council, and do whatever the council request, which is what you're trying to do on this particular first mission here in the game. This was supposed to be one of several missions where they would follow you and inspect how good you are and seeing if you were good enough to hold the rank of Spectre, but things go terribly wrong when certain characters die.
The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
Now, I'm not going to go too much into the aliens because I could go on forever. Just know that there are different races and each can be good and each can be bad in their own right. And you'll be bumping into a lot of them as you play this game. Next, we're going to talk about the Citadel, one of my favorite locations in the whole game because it's your massive town, it's your massive free roam map. When you're not out exploring missions or going around your spaceship, that you'll have and we'll talk about in just a bit. But this is the Citadel, a massive space station where all races come to gather to live and do all their work.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower too. Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
And you land here at Dock 442. It's a lovely cutscene. I absolutely love this part of the game. It's the first time you get to see this. The clamps clamp down on your ship, and you can, later on in the game, physically walk along the airlocks and walk into the elevator and walk into this location of which we call the Citadel. Now, this Citadel is massive. Considering this game was made in 2007 and it had to fit the entire galaxy into a game, it had to make certain adjustments to make it free roam in a certain way. You can go along these landings. You can't just physically go about wherever you want to go. You're restricted to certain areas. But nevertheless, it is free roam. You get to walk around wherever you want. You get to go in this elevator or that elevator. You get to make the choice of how you want to make it to certain locations, which is what makes this lovely and free roam. But yes, of course, that's what makes this so good. I love this futuristic style. I absolutely love what they've done with it, and I just love this whole game entirely. This is an amazing game. And of course, in the Legendary Edition, you get to press A to skip elevator rides. But if you're like me, I just love taking the elevator rides. It's just so fun. Anyway, let's move on with the next part.
Witnesses saw you making threats in Fist's bar. Stay away from him.
I don't take orders from you.
This is your only warning, Rex.
You should warn Fist. I will kill him.
You want me to arrest you?
I want you to try.
And as you play this game, you will come across different characters that you can have as companions. There is a total of 5 different characters that you can meet along your way, and you will be able to have them on your crew and use them during battles. You can only have 2 at a time though, I do warn you. So make sure you pick who you want based on their skill.
Dr. Michelle, are you hurt?
No, I'm okay. Thanks to you, all of you.
Also, keep in mind that certain characters in this game will be more friendlier than others, so do base who you have as your companions based on how they talk and how they interact with other characters. So, for example, Garros is somebody who's going to be more Paragon, and Rex is someone who's going to be more Renegade during this game. But you do also get companion missions as well later on, so do keep an eye out for those missions as they may affect the future of different outcomes that you may experience within this game and the future games. This game also has a conversation dialogue option that you can choose different outcomes during different conversations.
Stop right there. Don't come any closer. Warehouse workers. All the real guards must be dead.
Stay back or we'll shoot.
In the top right, you have your good answer. In the middle right, you have your neutral answer. And in the bottom right, you have your bad answer. In the top left, you have your Paragon answer. And in the bottom left, you have your Renegade answer. If you choose any of the right side, you get different options for what you can answer back, but it may lead in the same result. If you choose, for example, a Paragon option, you may actually save their lives.
This would be a good time to find somewhere else to work.
Yeah, right. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I never liked Fist anyway.
If you choose the red option, you're choosing the Renegade option, and that means that you get the job done no matter what cost. This may be in resulting you being mean to the person, or you may harm them. But either way, in this particular instance, you get the job done.
You know who and what I am. If I want Nerali Bacha, I can get her.
Commander, I don't think threats are necessary.
And at certain points in the game, you have the investigation option. Investigation means you can go deeper and talk about even more stuff to the particular person that you're talking to. When the conversation is ready to end, you've either asked all the questions or the goodbye option will appear and you can select it. For this one, I answered the top right one, which seemed to end the conversation for this particular instance. Anyway, moving on to the last bit. And the last bit, of course, is this massive ship that at some point in the game, after you complete the tutorial, it will become yours. You'll be able to use the ship and fly around the whole entire galaxy. So better give you a quick little ship tour. Downstairs, you have the cabin crew area, and you will also have your little home, your little private quarter area, which is very nice considering the size of this ship. And down here, you will have the sleep pods. This is where the crew come to sleep when they're not doing missions. You will also over here have a med bay that you can enter. And you will also be able to go down the elevator and enter in the cargo area. You can also go to one of my favorite locations on the ship, which is the engine room. And by the way, I absolutely love the reflectant in this floor. I know it's the legendary and it's updated, but I still love it all so much. This is amazing. You've also got this meeting room down here. There's the FTL Comlink to connect to the council, and there's also some chairs here to have a meeting in person that you can have with your whole crew after you've done a mission. But other than that, the last bit is this galaxy map, and this is where you'll be for the majority of at least 1/3 of the game, or at least for me. You'll be going around this galaxy map, choosing where your next location that you want to land is. Choose a system that you want to go to, and then choose the Sol system, and then you'll be able to fast travel to that location. The fast travel will work like this. Once you're at the system, you'll be able to scan planets and see different things around this particular area that you want to discover. You can also just jump at any point to a different Sol system whatsoever and wherever you want to go to. For this particular instance, we are going to land on one of these planets, and I think it's this one here. Yes, it is. And you can land on this planet because there'll be a little A symbol down below. That's how you land on a planet. Once you're happy with the planet you want to land on, select the crew you want to take with you and go ahead and discover what's on that planet. Anyway, that's pretty much the game. That's 6 different things. There's a lot more that I can add to this, but I'm just gonna leave it at that point for now because otherwise I could go on forever. The prices of the Legendary Edition are on screen for you right now, so if you do want to pick this up, you can pick this up from these locations that are appearing on screen, and I will see you guys in another Jump Inside Gaming video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.